So we have seen the epsilon production removal. Now we will go for the eliminating of useless symbol we have discussed. Now let's revisit again. There are two ways by which you can say the symbol X is useless. First one point is that if X is generating, that means it's given over here that X can be rewritten as W, mean this star means actually after some steps you will get this W. Okay, the steps is not given over here, that's why given, I mean something like this type of symbol is given. Anyway, where W belongs to the language generated by the grammar G and W is in the some combination of the terminals. This means that the string leads to a string of terminal symbols. You see, if this is happen, then I can say the X is useful. Or second point is that X is reachable, mean that through the process of derivation from starting from the start symbol capital S, if we have a situation something like this, okay, something like this, alpha X beta, and alpha as beta is um, some combination of terminal and non-terminals. If I am able to use this type of string where X is present at the time of derivation from the start symbol S to the string W, then I can say that this X is reachable, mean that without avoiding X you cannot produce all the strings present in the language from start symbol. You cannot do this without avoiding. If you are able to do it with avoiding X, then you can say that X is not reachable. So if X is not reachable, or if X does not generate any terminal string, then only you can say that X is useless. And if so happen, we have to remove that useless symbol. And if I remove this useless symbol, we have to have some impact on the total production rule of the grammar, obviously. And what will happen? Let's see. So we have an example over here. So this is the input production rule of a grammar, where we can see that A and X directly derive strings of terminals A and AD. This one. This from this A you can derive to small a, from X you can derive to small a, small d. Now, I'm sorry, just a minute. Okay, so you see, you have to realize that whether a particular non-terminal is finally able to reach to some terminal or not, right? That we have seen, that is generating. We have seen that X is useful because X can generate a non-terminal string AD, and since X is useful, that's why S is also useful because of this S to Bx. B is a terminal and X can reach to some terminal. So that means S to terminals creation possible. That means this symbol S is also useless. But if you look upon B, B is small a capital S capital B or small b capital X. Among these two options, I can say that S is reaching to some terminal, X can reach to some terminal, but there is no way is shown B can reach to some terminal, right? That means surely B is a non-generating symbol. B is not generating any combinations of steps so that it can reach to some terminal string. That means what I can do? I can simply eliminate the symbol B from the production rules. Simply. And when you are eliminating the production rule B, that means when you will eliminate this production rule, always remember you have to eliminate all the production rules which is associated with this B. That means X2 SBD will not exist because B is not there. Even X2 ABX will doesn't exist because B is not even exist. Similar thing from A to BAD will not exist, and S to A small a capital B will not exist. So naturally, for removing these production rules, actually remove many other production rules from the grammar. For example, already we have seen. So ultimately, what are the production rules left in the grammar? That is S to small b capital X, A to small b capital S capital X, or small a, and X to small a capital D. But problem is that as soon as you have removed this, what happened? If you start from S, obviously S is the start symbol, and if you want to derive some string, you have to start from S to B capital X, right? Now from this capital X, you have only one option, small a and capital D. Or whatever option for X you have, one thing is sure, there is nothing a capital A in the right hand side of this production rule of X. If there is nothing in the right hand side of which have capital A, that means surely this capital A to B A6 doesn't make any sense keeping this production rule. That means you can remove this simply. Keeping this production rule in the grammar or removing this one doesn't have any effect, because here A is unreachable. Here B is non-generating symbol. Here A is unreachable symbol. So there are two different situations we have seen throughout the modification of the grammar. Ultimately, if you remove this capital A, naturally, the two production rule that is left is S2 small b capital X and X2, I mean S2 small b capital X and X2 capital small a capital small d. So you see, just try to realize how much complex the grammar was. Ultimately, it is possible to derive only the string generated from these two production rules, not more than that. always remember one thing: we are removing the useless symbol or we are removing the epsilon production does not mean that you are changing the language. The language remains same. After removing a particular symbol, it is not possible that some set of string will not be able to derive. If it so happen, then you are wrong. You cannot touch the language that is generated by the grammar. You are just removing the useless things present in the redundant information present in the grammar in form of epsilon production or useless symbol, I mean non-generating symbol or unreachable symbol or something like that. So this is the approach by which you can eliminate useless symbol from a context free grammar to make the grammar simpler.